Good morning, good afternoon from the Oregon coast. It's raining, it's raining, it's raining. How's everybody doing? Much love, everybody out there. You know, I can be a bit abrasive sometimes, but it's not. If you know me, you knew it. That's not the case. I'm a light warrior, people. Seriously, and straight up. You know, I like to live and let people live, but when I see people talking about having astral trips to the Pleiades and how the Pleiadians really love Donald Trump. No, the Pleiadians, honey, they don't like Donald Trump. They don't get into politics. Okay, they don't, first of all, and they wouldn't like the Ku Klux Klan. Okay, that's basically the same thing. Okay, the White Knights, the White Hats, the Ku Klux Klan, J.D. Vance, you know, that whole crew. That's a whole other story, though, all right? Know what you're talking about. Know how politics work before you start talking that kind of nonsense. Know your history. Know how... Don't even know your history, because that's skewed. History is suggestive. Know how, know how it works, though. Know how a bill gets passed, how a bill gets started. Know all that shit. Learn it quick. Okay? You'll have many a dark night of the soul coming your way, sweetheart, if you don't start learning how the system that you want to tear down works from inside and out. Yeah, they don't get involved in politics, okay? This white hats bullshit, yeah, it exists. There are people, there are informants for the galactics within these organizations, but they're not presidents. They're not the actual leaders. They're not vice presidents. They're not these people that are already bought and paid for. And that's no slam on the people bought and paid for. You have to be to get to that kind of position. It takes millions upon millions and millions of dollars, you know, to do it. Daily, not just to have that in cash reserve. It takes it daily to campaign. That's just the nature of the game, you know. That's how it works. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But that's how it goes. I mean, these aren't white knights. There's not some hidden meaning. There's hidden meanings to stuff, but most of these people that start digging into it, they're looking at it with their human brain. I mean, they're looking into it with their human mindset, right? And they'll have 80% of it figured out sometimes, as much as, and then they'll try to figure out the rest of it with their little peed brain, their little human mind. And that's no slam on it, because I have one of those too. But you get what you get and sit on it. Don't try to tie shit together. Oh, the Pleiadians love Donald Trump. Yeah, well, that's probably because, sweetheart, you grew up in a fascist Christian Republican home, possibly. Or your parents were Republicans. You had a, loudmouth dad that was. Or, I don't know that. Or you saw him run and thought he was such a wonderful actor on The Apprentice that, you thought he'd be a great president. But these people, it doesn't matter either party. Well, one party's beliefs at the core of them are actually for the people. The others really is for big government, and even though they say the other one is, big corporations controlling shit. But they're bought and paid for. Yeah, they're bought and paid for. I mean, learn how your politics work before you want to tear it down. Learn how the Senate works. Learn how the House works. Learn how a bill gets passed, introduced, how it can get vetoed, how it can get overridden if it's vetoed. These are basic things. People want to tear the system down so bad, but they have no clue how it works. They think, oh, it'll just change. Oh, it'll just change. No, if you don't learn, you're going to go through another dark night of the soul. If you don't learn how it works and how it goes exactly 100% in and out, you don't have to waste a lot of energy on it. In fact, the good news is with the wonders of the internet, you don't have to these days. You don't even have to take a civics class. You could know everything I told you, before I even had gotten it out of my mouth. I mean, seriously, but these people that keep coming on and talking about Trump being with the Galactic Federation and all this shit, they don't fuck with politics like that. They don't fuck with politics at all like that. Not even, and especially not, they're not big fans of the Ku Klux Klan. Which I keep thinking, these people keep talking about these white hats. These white hats, every time I hear that term, I think of the Ku Klux Klan. And with some of them, that's exactly who these people are representing when they start talking about Trump, the Pleiadians liking Trump. They don't like his ass. They don't dislike him. I mean, they think that his racism and his misogynistic ways and the way he talks nasty shit about things while being a puss boy himself, they think that that's really cool. But it's not. It's not, it's not nice to talk to people like that. They wouldn't want to be talked to that way when they're probably the people that deserve, if anybody does, to have shit talked about them like that. You know what I mean? But typical, entitled white people that don't really know what's going on with anything. But I'm telling you, you are your own master, your own destiny. You have other people that can fuck with it, though, because it's a free will universe. But you are your own guru. I mean, don't look up to any of these things or people. Don't look up to Thoth, Moth, Roth, Zeus, Goose, Hoos, Poos, Lucifer, any of these people, man. And even Christ would tell you, learn from his consciousness, his teachings, which he left us. Don't look up to me as a blood and bones individual with admiration. Look up to my words. I want you to be better than me. And he does. But a lot of people don't want to take that on. And then they don't want people to be better than them that come up after them doing what they do. They're stuck in their own ego and headspace. Oh, I'm good at this. And dude, fuck what you're doing. How about what the next person's going to do? You've already done anything you could do for us. So next. I mean, be about the collective as a whole. And that's just it, too. I mean, I don't get off on these ancient texts and these ancient characters. I know them. I've read them. And that's it. They're a reference point. I'm not hung up on it. And I don't like people constantly talking about them to me. In fact, I've had to tell people, you keep talking to me about Lucifer and Thoth and Moth and Roth and Zeus and Poos. Well, the light warrior I am, I'm going to end up challenging them to a 9-round boxing match on the etheric. And here's what's going to happen. It'll be really fine if I have to knock them out in 9. It'll be just great if I have to beat their ass in 8. They talk about going to heaven, well, I'll knock them out in 7. They're going to be in a worser fix if I have to do it in 6. They keep talking all that bullshit, jive, biblical and whatnot, everything else. I'll knock them out in 5. They refer to another woman as a whore, I'll knock them out in 4. Now they start fucking with me, including that whoever that dipshit is on YouTube with not the GFL station, love them, but that Galactic Federation that loves the white knights and Vance and Trump. Well, yeah. He keep fucking with me or start fucking with me, he'll go down in 3. If that don't do, I'll have to beat his ass in 2. And if he tries to run, I'll knock him out in 1. And if they don't want to fight, they better keep their ass home and off the etheric that night. Seriously. Don't any of those ancient characters run into me and if they see me on the etheric, they best go run and hide. Because Big Lair has a brand new Pleiadian Space Laser 45 up there, and I won't think twice but to stick it straight down their throat. Believe me when I say, out of love, I'd have something for all their punk asses. It's not just a lot of bluster, people. Seriously, I love everybody in humanity, but quit spreading bullshit. Quit letting your mind tell you things, because I'll start digging into your past with vast resources I have, and we'll find out why you think that way.